Rob, welcome back to the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing very, very well. Always a pleasure to be on this great program, this great radio station. So thanks for the opportunity here again today.
So before round 2 of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League playoffs started, not a lot of people gave the Weyburn Red Wings much of a chance against the Flin Flon Bombers. But then all of a sudden, the Bombers went up 3-0 and had Flin Flon on the ropes and on the brink of elimination. Tonight is going to be Game 6 in Weyburn. We'll get into that in just a sec. Rob, in those first 3 games, what did Weyburn do well to basically control Flin Flon and not let them play their game?
They just really played good defensively. They just kept everything to the outside, and Flin Flon just had a real tough time, manufacturing good offensive chances. I mean, you look at the stats of those games, the shots are very well deceiving because a lot of the shots from Flin Flon came from the outside. There weren't a lot of quality chances. It was interesting. The series is now 3-2, like you alluded to. The first 3 games, Weyburn forechecked like crazy, didn't allow Flin Flon to do anything. Then the last couple of games, the Bombers have made adjustments. They've been forechecking like crazy, and as a result, are getting some chances the other way. So the forecheck was great for Weyburn early. It's been good for Flin Flon the last couple of games, and I guess we'll see what happens here tonight because it's been a really, really interesting series to cover, to say the least.
It's almost like night and day. And I know that when myself, Dave Thomas, and Jamie Nuchbauer were on, it was almost, we were just picking how many games that Flin Flon was going to win in. Like it wasn't going to be a thing. Nobody, unless you talk to people, nobody thought there was any chance Weyburn would have jumped out 3-0. So the past 2 games, the offense has woken up. Why did that aggressive forecheck just break through? And it seemed like when the goals came, they came in bunches.
Well, I think one of the things that happens too is that when you go down 3-0, you start to, to hold the stick a little bit tight. You start to lose confidence, and a lot of Flin Flon's top performers weren't really going. And this Weyburn team, they finished 3rd overall, and they actually beat the Bombers 3 out of 4 regular season games. I mean, they're a good hockey team. The one thing that Weyburn has showed me in this series, I knew that they were skilled. I knew they had a lot of really good offensive guys, but they're better defensively than I thought, and they're a more physical team than I thought. And I think there's more to this team than people think. They've been under the radar a lot. I mean, obviously a lot of attention's gone to Melfort, to Flin Flon, and I think Yorkton at times has gotten some good fanfare. Weyburn for one of those teams that maybe hasn't got the appreciation they deserve. I'll tell you what, they're a very, very good hockey team, and Flin Flon is going to have to do a lot of things right to try and extend this series past tonight.
They've had 2 chances to eliminate Flin Flon, haven't been able to do it. During the national anthem tonight, who is more nervous about tonight's hockey game, the Red Wings or the Bombers?
Well, according to Mike Reagan, he thinks it's Weyburn, but I got to be honest, I was here last night watching Weyburn skate. We got into town here yesterday. They look like a pretty confident team to me. I know Flin Flon has some momentum coming in, obviously being 3-2 compared to 3-0 is a world of difference, but that's an interesting question. And I really think the first 10 minutes tonight are going to dictate who wins this hockey game. Every team that scored first here in this series has won, and we haven't even seen a close game. It seems like when the one team gets the one goal, they're able to burst out with another. I think for Flin Flon, they really have to weather the first 10 minutes tonight. I really expect Weyburn to come out hard because they know what's at stake. Let's face it, they don't want to jump on the bus and make another 9-hour trek back up to Flin Flon for Game 7, which will be played on Wednesday.
Oh, I misquoted earlier. I said it was 13 hours back to Flin Flon, but you're saying it's only 9?
No, 9 hours.
Oh, no, 9's enough.
9 and a half, give or take.
Okay. Okay. But that's enough. And I'm sure they don't want to do that. They would much rather, have a couple days off and then go to Melfort. And we can't look past this, but there are a lot of people that thought the Melfort Flin Flon thing, because of last year, and it just kind of had to happen again. Who tonight for Flin Flon has to come through and have their best game of the series? Outside of Matt Keeper, who up front has got to have a key game tonight?
Well, Keith Kruner for sure. And I mean, he was one of the factors. He had 34 goals in the regular season, and he's one of the guys that had a bit of a slow start, but he had the flu. He's been battling through some injuries and stuff. He got a big goal here to spark them. in game number 4, and he also had 2 goals in the last game, including a big shorthanded goal. He'll be key. Ryder Ringer, who, of course, leads all playoff performers with 8 goals, he'll be a key. But I really think when you have 2 teams like this, a lot of depth. I mean, we talk about the top-end guys, but lots of times in situations like this, it's one of those unsung heroes you don't think about that rises to the occasion. And both teams have some good character guys. Both teams, their defense is pretty decent. And like you mentioned, both goaltenders pretty good too. Anthony Keeper, of course, the SJHL MVP and top netminder, but Angelo Zoll for Weyburn, no slouch either. These teams match up so very well. But I guess for Flin Flon, Keith Gruner, I'll go with him because it seems like every time he scores a big goal, they win.
We see it in the NHL. If you're going to win and end up winning a Stanley Cup, you need a great fourth line. Who has a better fourth line, Weyburn or Flin Flon?
You know what? That's a good question. Again, I think both lines are very, very even. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen Weyburn nearly as many times as I've seen the Bombers, so I guess I'll go with Flin Flon's fourth line because I'm just more familiar with them than I am with Weyburn, but they're no slouches either.
Okay. It's Rob Hart, play-by-play guy. Flin Flon Bombers. Got some work to do tonight in Weyburn. It's Game 6, face-off 7 o'clock. All right. When you're in the booth calling the game, everybody's different. Are you a water guy, coffee guy, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi? What's got to be beside you when you're calling a game? Because you've done how many now? You're into the thousands.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be 1,400 plus, I think, now.
Oh, man. Wow. That's crazy.
I started in 97, so yeah, I think it's 1,400 plus now, and it just, and I enjoy it. I mean, I love the SJHL. I love the Flin Flon Bombers. I just love this great game of hockey. So I'll tell you right now, it's an absolute privilege to get behind the microphone and call games in this great league each night. I find myself very lucky and fortunate to get this opportunity.
Okay, so you're a water guy, a coffee guy, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. What's in the booth with you? What do you got to have to drink for you to get your job done?
Water,
just a water guy.
Iced tea.
Ooh.
And iced tea sometimes too, depending on the night. Maybe iced tea tonight.
Not on the bingo card, but if you're looking to switch it up, just a little juju. I'm not saying that hockey players are superstitious. So are the play-by-play guys. Rob, have a great call tonight. Let's see. If people want to listen, they can go to the Flin Flon Bombers website or the radio station website again to catch the call tonight at 7.
FlinFlonOnline.com.
Rob, best of luck this evening.